finals ahead. Egypt versus Bosnia and Herzegovina in semi-final 1, and then Brazil against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Yes, very good. And Rodrigo, there are a ton of people watching from all over the world, right?
A partir de agora, a imagem de vocês não está mais
So this is how it looks in terms of how the teams have had to get to this point. Egypt with 3 wins and 1 loss.
It's when we show the world where volleyball lives. So galera, salve de palmas and mais barulho!
And just looking at the results from Bosnia, well, the Bosnians, the only time they came unstuck was against Islamic Republic of Iran. It sees them going now in different semi-finals. These are the scores from the previous games. They came out on top against Germany, Brazil and the US. Well, they dropped 2 sets against Germany and Brazil. The team from Bosnia and Herzegovina, well, 3-0 win against the Ukraine, 3-0 win against China. Lost against Islamic Republic of Iran. Well, they will be looking to go one better if they can get through this and progress to the final. The team just having the final words from their coach before we'll see them out for the national anthems, and then we'll be underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Egypt.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino do Egito.
And now, the anthem of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
E agora, o hino da Bósnia e Herzegovina.
And so with the anthems over, the two teams will make their way back to the bench as they get ready for the start of this best of 5 sets match. It's the first of 25 points in the first 4 sets, if it goes that far, and then if it goes to a deciding set 15, it's the first 2-15. Have to win each set by 2 clear points. It's rally point scoring, doesn't matter who serves, whoever wins the rally gets the point. If we get to 24 all in the first 4 sets, we keep going till someone gets 2 clear. If we get to 14 all in the decider, if it goes that far, we keep going till someone gets 2 clear. So the referees are out onto court, and the first referee is Mohamed from the Netherlands.
And the second referee from Great Britain.
And the second ref is Glyn Archibald from Great Britain. Referees take their positions, and we will now see who the coaches have decided to put out onto court.
First, the starting lineup from Egypt.
So Egypt will come out first, beginning with the captain, Hesham ELSHWIKH, player number 1, who will be starting at position 4. Ashraf ABDALLA, number 4, through the outside, starting at 2. Ahmed SOLIMAN, number 6, starting at 3. Elsayed MOUSSA, number 9, starting at 1. Mohamed ABOUELYAZEID, number 12, starting at 6. Metawa ABOUELKHIR, number 14, starting at 5. And the Libero is Abdelnaby ABDELLATIF, number 10. Head coach is Mohamed. Egypt haven't actually put a recognised setter out on court.
Number 2.
So Bosnia and Herzegovina come out onto court, starting with Adnan MANKO, number 2, who will be starting. Will be starting at 5. Adnan KESMER, number 4, is the Libero, and head coach Mirza Hrustimovic is the man responsible for this Bosnia and Herzegovina team. This is a rematch from the London 2012 quarter-finals, which Bosnia and Herzegovina won 3-1. The majority of the Bosnia and Herzegovinian players are here from London 2012, a team that went on to win the gold medal.
Well, the teams are ready to start, so is the referee. Bosnia Herzegovina, well, they'll be playing in blue, Egypt in white. It's Egypt to commence with the serving.
This is the first men's semi-final from the 2016 Paralympic Games in city volleyball, and it's Egypt who take the opening point, getting that one down towards position 1. It's Egypt on the scoreboard.
Medic to serve, the score's level at 1 apiece.
So with that side out as well, Egypt now going into a 2-1 lead. Plenty of movement from Egypt, they want to get into position. That's good blocking, but it doesn't land in court, just out over the baseline. Herzegovina level things up. Hands not getting far enough across the net to send the ball down quickly enough.
Some powerful spikes, but not good enough to find the court.
Well, it was an unforced error from Mohamed Duran as he hit through two. So Egypt now have the serve and the lead.
An aggressive play, looking for the block.
Very fast set to the middle from Bosnia and Herzegovina. That one coming off the block as it went out of play. Two touches called against Egypt. And it's Bosnia and Herzegovina who move in front, albeit by a single point.
A lifting given against Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Medic, the guilty party. Second referee spotting the infringement. And we're all square again. And the ball out of play. Bosnia, it's going to be Alabasic goes to play this, but in fact it was Egypt who touched the antenna in the block, so it will be Bosnia's, well it should have been Bosnia's point. Interesting, that ball must have passed outside the antenna when it was played, but therefore the net touch didn't count. More lifting from Bosnia-Herzegovina, more points for Egypt. Great reactions, and the ball is still in play. And that's an unforced error, the ball going wide, and Egypt take the point. This is a really good lead for them.
Well, ABDELLATIF, number 12, and ABDELKHIR, well, they really are a force to be contending with at the front, blocking pretty much everything that comes over the net.
Double touch against Egypt. ABOUELYAZEID, it was trying to do the reverse set, but not getting a clean contact on the ball.
So Joseph Forsic to serve.
Get away with a double touch off of the serve, but not the carry. Well watched off of the net. Good defense. And a carry called against Egypt, so the hard work for Bosnia and Herzegovina paying off. They've got themselves back level. It's more a double touch really than a carry. That too looked like a double touch. That'll be a replay as the ball is held for too long. Well, there were shouts of outs, but they couldn't let it go. And it's Egypt who take the point and have the lead of the first technical timeout.
We take our first technical timeout at 8 points in each set on second and 16.
Quem tá torcendo pra Bósnia faz barulho! E quem tá torcendo pro Egito faz barulho! E quem vai torcer no Brasil mais tarde faz barulho!
So Egypt to serve 8-7. Nicely blocked, but there was lifting.
Against Egypt, so it is Bosnia and Herzegovina who'll take the point. Just stay in contact with the floor when you're moving and when you're blocking and spiking with your pelvis, from pelvis up to the shoulders. Any part of which must remain in contact with the floor.
So MANKO to serve Bosnia and Herzegovina, and that ball looks good. Yes, referee is happy. So 10-8. Block out. Egyptians really attacking each play they get the opportunity to. Lifting being given against Egypt, so the point goes to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Ali Basic to serve at 11-9.
Good dig. So the ball coming back off of Egypt, but hitting the antenna. Bosnia and Herzegovina take the point. Opened up a decent lead now.
So Ali Basic again. Off the block, it's gone straight out of play. Let's take a closer look here.
Well, the question was whether or not it hit the Egypt player on the way out. It didn't, so the referee making the right call and giving the point to Egypt. He was a little hesitant to start with. Egypt serving purposefully into the block of Bosnia and Herzegovina, then blocking it straight back over. And now it's Bosnia and Herzegovina who call the timeout after being pegged back to within a point.
E aí é o seguinte, quando você aparecer na nossa câmera aqui no telão, é para mostrar a sua alegria. Vale dançar, vale ficar em pé, vale balançar o braço. Mostra a alegria de ser brasileiro. Aí, eu tô dizendo.
MOUSSA to serve at 11-12.
Just get a real sense of how fast that ball is moving around when you get to see the action from the end of the court. An illegal attack from Egypt, giving Bosnia and Herzegovina the point.
So Medic to serve. And a nice spike from SOLIMAN. Took it nice and early, found the gap between the defence. ABDALLA.
Well, no one was putting a block up at position 4. That was an easy play for Bosnia and Herzegovina just to set the ball over the net. Suspicions there might have been a net touch with that passage of play, but Egypt don't really care because they've won the point as that ball went long. So substitution then for Egypt as MASSOUD comes in, number 8, and out goes SOLIMAN, number 6.
MASSOUD straight in to serve as well. 1 point down at 13-14. There's a block out for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They'll take every point they can right now in this opening set. Served by Duran.
It's a great serve right down the line, catching Egypt cold. They have the lead as we head into the technical timeout. Big swing off the block and away. And now it's Egypt who call the timeout.
Forçou demais, o saque foi para fora. Ponto do Egito, 14º ponto. Quem vai para o serviço agora? Hesham. ELSHWIKH. Enquanto isso, o técnico da Bósnia pede tempo. Time out, Bosnia.
As this set is ebbing and flowing one way and then the other, it's Bosnia decided to call the timeout, although they do have a decent lead here. It's not as easy as perhaps they might have thought it would be. The captain for Egypt with the serve, ELSHWIKH. That's still in play, and it just seemed to have come off. It looked like it was going to hit the floor, didn't.
Well, I thought that hit the floor, goodness me. They've done well to keep this going of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and it's still going. Hustle at the net means the point is going to be replayed after all that.
Very exciting rally that, and then when it came to the joust, no one could finish it off quickly enough. Well, the windmill, not successful that time for Egypt. Great swing into the corner. Vasic with a belter. Bosnia and Herzegovina now moving closer towards taking this first set. Nothing at all the captain for Egypt could do about that last play. Double touch called against Bosnia and Herzegovina. And Egypt have side out.
ABOUELKHIR to serve, 15-18. Good communication by the Bosnians. Lovely block by Basic. Got himself nice and tall as he possibly could, keeping the hips in contact with the ground. Timeout called by the Egyptians. MANKO is ready to serve, but he'll have to wait.
So both teams using up all their timeouts. Only substitutions left now if they want to slow down play.
So MANKO to serve, and he serves long. The Egyptians just watch that one pass out the back.
SOLIMAN's back in, and out goes Hossam MASSOUD.
Oh, that one just goes long. There's no contact, no block out, it's just gone straight out of play.
ABDALLA trying to get the fans on side for Egypt. They were responding well. It's a big hit, but it didn't have the accuracy it needed. Egypt trying to go quickly, and the referee deeming that the ball had been set over the net, and then Egypt were attacking on the side of Bosnia and Herzegovina. That was harsh, because that ball, and certainly the contact of the hand, was on Egypt's side. That hand would have had to have been clearly over the net. The ball can be partly on the other side. As long as your hand's on your side of the net, then it doesn't matter. It's about your hand being over, you actually yourself being over the net and in the opposition's court. So good blocking from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Medic and ABDALLA, well, they're working really well together in that formation. Basic now to serve at 22-18. And again, it goes straight over the baseline. Another gifted point to Egypt. MOUSSA to serve at 19-22. A really good lead from Bosnia and Herzegovina to get out of the way of that. Well, it looks like they tried to actually play it. It was a last-second decision to leave it. ABDALLA comes in, and that goes Ahmed AMER.
Out number 7, back onto the court, number 4, Ashraf, ABDALLA.
MANKO kept the ball in nicely with his foot, but he couldn't recover. It's a 3-point game, and we're getting towards the end of this first set. Can Bosnia and Herzegovina close it out? Will Egypt make a comeback? Now a 2-point game. It's close.
I said Duran went with the big swing. He didn't have the range he needed. Kicker comes in. And out goes number 12, Jusufovic. That's just what Bosnia and Herzegovina needed. They've got the block out, now they have set point.
So ABDELLATIF to serve for set point. Wow, great play by the Egyptians. ABDELLATIF almost kept that in play with his foot. Amazing control. And Egypt's hopes are still live in this opening set.
Best chance now for Bosnia and Herzegovina. If they can get it done, they'll take the set. They'll have another chance though if they don't. They'll need that other chance because it's lifting that's been called against them as they were moving to get in position.
So Hamzic in place. Ali Basic. SOLIMAN to serve. Still set point to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they've got it. This time they take the first set. In this big semi-final game, well, they've got the lead.
This is how it was done. Great swing cross court, block not fully formed. Bosnia and Herzegovina take the point, take the set, 25-23, and lead 1-0.
Então agora é hora da gente fazer o nosso aquecimento aqui. O segundo já, vai. Levanta os dois braços, todo mundo, os dois braços. A música vai tocar e a gente vai fazer dois lados. 2 vezes para um lado, 2 vezes para o outro. Beleza? Vamos lá? DJ, please. Music. Todo mundo, vem. Tá bonito, Brasil! Agora é o seguinte, continue. Da metade de onde eu estou pra lá vai dizer hey! E a outra galera vai responder ho! Vamos lá? Preparem, atenção, vai! Mais alto, quero ver você! Agora, as mulheres vão dizer o rei e os homens vão responder o ho. Vamos lá, vai! Que lindo! Pra fechar, todo mundo junto, vem! Hey! Hey! Uma salva de palmas pra torcida brasileira! Prepare-se para as emoções do segundo set! É jogo duro!
Bosnia and Herzegovina to serve to get the second set underway. Bosnia and Herzegovina currently lead by 1-0. It's Medic to serve. Medic will continue serving. Double touch from the Egyptians. 1-0. This time the ball comes into the net. Gifted the point to Egypt. There was a great dig from MOUSSA during that rally. Number 9, he managed to keep the ball up in the air for Egypt. It's now 2-1. Block out by Duran. Abdellalic in a serving position now at 2. Off the foot of Abdellalic, keeps it in play. There's hesitation by the referee. So Egypt are up 3-1. SOLIMAN to serve. Double touch, yes it was. Came off the hand, then the shoulder. Number 12. This time the ball is out. So Duran, Bosnia and Herzegovina to serve 3-4.
Bosnia and Herzegovina very good at getting that ball off the block and away. Plenty of pace on the ball that they're using when they're spiking to make it difficult for Egypt to actually slow it down. A let call by the referee as the joust evolved and the ball was held for too long. Well, Egypt feel that came off of Bosnia and Herzegovina. And they just say, no, it didn't come off you. Egypt then calling the timeout as Bosnia and Herzegovina get themselves in ahead by 2. Good defence both sides. Egypt staying alert to the second ball over, however, couldn't quite get it back in court on the side of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and it's now a 3-point lead for the team, leading by 1 set to love.
So ELSHWIKH to serve, 5-7. Egyptians under a little bit of pressure right now. Kept in play just. And there's the spike from MOUSSA. One-point game. Abdellalic desperately trying to block, couldn't get the ball back though. And that came down with some force. It was Was that not a double touch? Yes, it was, against Egypt.
Chegamos ao primeiro tempo técnico.
Another timeout has been called, technical timeout this time.
Então, se você trouxe uma bandeira, agora é hora de mostrar. Levanta a tua bandeira aí, quero ver. Mostra a tua bandeira.
Timeouts are called. The first team gets to 8 and 16 points.
Time de futebol, vale tudo. Vai lá. A galera vem bandeirada hoje. E hoje, daqui a pouquinho, tem Brasil.
Lifting given against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Egyptians will take the point, thank you very much. So Basic comes off, Hamzic goes on. Carry was called against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The scores are now level, 8 apiece. Cool.
Yeah, it's proving another set that Egypt are certainly competing well in. Just a few errors here and there, allowing Bosnia and Herzegovina just to get away from them. Jelajic with a really good block for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Trying to block that back, but not finding the court.
So MANKO to serve, 12-8. ABDALLA somehow finds a gap between 4 players from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They all looked at each other. A big swing. Points being given to Egypt. Caught a hand apparently. Bosnia and Herzegovina team not happy at all with that call. They have to accept it. 10-13. Now a substitute. MASSOUD is going on. MOUSSA coming off.
Oh, it's another big swing backcourt attack, this time from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Unfortunately for them, the ball not finding its mark. Certainly not in court. Left a mark outside of the court, that's for sure. This time the ball does go in. So Bosnia and Herzegovina will be feeling pretty good about themselves at the moment, having established this 4-point lead. They're quite happy for Egypt to get a side out. Their own side out game is working well. There's a huge net touch not given. Bosnia and Herzegovina put the ball down. And at the technical timeout, Bosnia and Herzegovina lead by 5 and by 1 set to love. Bosnia and Herzegovina with the serve. Egypt looking for side out if they can, either from the block or from attack. Here they go with the attack. Well, nice reverse set, but it's an unforced error. There was line to have gone at. Not taken though. And an apology from ABOUELKHIR for the error. This is getting much better now for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Egypt seem to be resigned to the fact they're not going to take this one. It was blocked and then blocked straight back over. Nice play.
Spike from MANKO, that takes Bosnia and Herzegovina to 19. Well, this set is drawing closer. Timeout by Egypt. 11-19 in favour of Bosnia and Herzegovina in the second set. That was a cracking spike by Jusovic. What a point to win. This really is pushing Bosnia and Herzegovina closer to taking the second set. ABDELLATIF will continue to serve. So 12-20. (13-20) deficit of 7 needs to be made up if Egypt are going to stay in contention. Another timeout called, this time by Bosnia and Herzegovina. Players are back on court. SOLIMAN to serve. 13-20. There's a nice block out given to Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Watching this tournament, what we've seen are teams have a run of points and then the opposition just kind of fade away. Egypt didn't do that in the first set, although they lost it, but you just get the feeling that the fact that they did lose that first set and then going down here, they haven't got the wherewithal about them to want to get back into this, and Bosnia and Herzegovina really are taking full control now.
Tremendous play there, kept in play. The point has been given.
Well, the referee deeming at one point, I guess, that even though the player went running after the ball, that at some point here, well, that's lifting. All the way is lifting.
At some point from start to finish of that movement. Number 1, ELSHWIKH is coming off. Place. We're going to see ZEID joining the party. MOUSSA and MOUSSA, well, they also exchange positions. So it will be ZEID to serve. 14-22.
Well, that was really well left by Bosnia-Herzegovina because the ball went to the net and they went to go to play a joust and it stayed there. Took his hands out the way and then it becomes a double touch by Egypt. There was no one to joust with. Touched the ball twice, could have been called for a carry as well. In fact, it was called for the carry in the end.
Bosnia and Herzegovina just 2 points shy of taking this second set. Egypt desperately trying to get back in. So now we have it, set point to Bosnia. MANKO to serve.
Just see he was winding up for the big swing, thinking I've got this set point, I'm going to finish this one in style. Unfortunately though for Ali Basic, as he went down that line, the court run away from him. It's still set point there for Bosnia-Herzegovina as SOLIMAN comes back in.
ABOUELYAZEID to be serving. Well, there it is. There is the second set for lifting against Egypt. Bosnia and Herzegovina, well, they take the second set to take the lead. 2 sets to nothing.
That's how it was done. As the ball comes over, playing the ball coming off the floor. So it's Bosnia take the set 25-16. To go with a set they took 25-23 to lead 2-0 here at Rio Centro 6.
Botar os dois braços lá na frente, estica os dois braços. E a gente vai fazer esse ritmo aqui, ó. DJ, please. As palminhas.
Well, there's a difference in that first set, isn't it? Bosnia and Herzegovina with 5 aces. However, they were offset by their 5 service faults. 1 more dig, 3 more blocks, but they were better at spiking.
Oh, que bonito. Vocês já entenderam, esse é o ritmo. Agora, eu vou vir aqui para esse lado, porque é lá que vai começar a aula lenta. E aí é o seguinte, vai todo mundo fazer esse movimento. E aí, quando eu der o sinal, a galera desse lado começa bem devagar. Quanto mais lento o movimento, mais lenta é a nossa onda. Vamos lá? DJ, again, please. No ritmo, vai. Vai começar a aula que continua todo mundo no movimento. Prepara, a galera aqui, ó. 1, 2, 3 e devagar, vai. Vai andando a onda, vem andando a onda, vem andando. Vem devagar, vai. Vai, onda. Vai, quero minhas palmas, vai. Vai, onda. Vai girando, de novo. Já pode levantar e gritar, "Uou!" Quero ouvir vocês, Brasil! Vai girando, passa a terceira vez, vem! Uma salva de palmas para a torcida brasileira! Show de bola!
So Egypt to serve to get the third set underway. Bosnia and Herzegovina currently leading by 2 sets to nothing. Lovely spike from Duran, but it goes straight out. No touch from the Egyptians. This time, that one finds the floor.
One thing's very noticeable, isn't it, watching Bosnia and Herzegovina compared to Egypt and some of the other teams that we've been witnessing here at the Paralympics, is the weight of spike, the way that they're able to hit that ball so hard and so fast from such a high point. Very difficult to stop at times. And this is really good for Bosnia and Herzegovina, taking the first few points of this opening set, not allowing Egypt to get back in or get any momentum at all at the moment. Egypt are going to have to do it the hard way, and they're trying to get the crowd on side, trying to act as an extra player for them in their bid to get back into this match.
ABOUELKHIR to serve. big spike attempt from Jusovic. ABDALLA to serve at 3-2. Lovely block by number 12, Jusovic.
Something else that Bosnia and Herzegovina are doing as well. Most teams just put their hands straight up in the air. Bosnia and Herzegovina waiting and then throwing their hands at the ball to try and get that ball to go straight back down. A risky operation because you could catch the net. Net being called for that joust. But Bosnia and Herzegovina, in terms of their blocking at the minute, seem to have it just right.
So ABDALLA to serve again, 4-2. Has to go over on the third touch. Well, did he try and play that, or did he leave it intentionally? But in fact, he didn't get to it. And Egypt got the point. I think he tried to play it and would have done if he'd been able to reach. Lucky he couldn't.
Sometimes you'll see players do that, pretend to play it, and then just open their arm, let the ball go through and let it go out. Just a little bit of gamesmanship at times.
Four touches was that?
Egypt complaining they're not happy with, might not be happy with the rotation here for Bosnia and Herzegovina. It doesn't matter, it's all irrelevant really. The referees made their mind up, the decision has been done and dusted. It's Bosnia and Herzegovina with the serve. And when you get teams doing that, starting to complain to the referee, complain to the second referee, that means they're losing their focus on what needs to be done. Because they're trying to make things happen externally from factors that they can't control. That's something that they can control, putting the ball off the block and out of play. Nice work from MOUSSA. Double touch called against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Trying to set that ball out wide, not getting a good touch on the ball.
MOUSSA to serve at 5-all. Nice work, Malibasic. Pretty much set himself up for that spike. So Jusovic. Jusovic will continue his serving. Point awarded to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now up 7-5. Well, shaped up big for that one. ELSHWIKH with a huge spike for Egypt. Brings them back to within a point. ABDALLA to serve. Good recovery by Egypt. And blocking two.
Lifting called against Egypt. They don't like that as we head to the technical timeout. Bosnia and Herzegovina up by 2 and by 2 sets to nothing.
We've reached our first technical timeout. Chegamos ao primeiro tempo técnico. 8-6 para a Bósnia.
Aí, a câmera tá passeando. Deixa eu ver, cadê a galera animada que ela vai pegar aí?
So the captain's the only player allowed to talk to the referee. There's going to be a card here for Egypt. They are notorious, it should be said, for their protestations. And the referee's just had about enough of that. So the warning has been delivered. The coach has had the yellow card. Any more infringements and it'll be a straight red for everybody. Doesn't matter what happens next now. The yellow card's a warning. It's not a case of, right, player number 1, here's your yellow card, or player number 6, no, oh, you've been naughty, here's your yellow card. It's one yellow card for the team for the first infringement by anybody, and then any infringement after that, protestation, time delay, whatever it might be, then everybody now, because of the coach's behaviour, is now on the yellow card. Well, that was a good dig. Unfortunately, though, it came off the Libero. And ABDELLATIF getting a hand on it, but not being able to cushion it enough. Didn't go high enough either. God, what a swing that was.
That was unnecessary. ABDELLATIF took the full brunt of the force of that spike. Comes off ABDELLATIF this time and out of play.
Well, Egypt thought this was going to be set. Telesic realising he had no blocker in front of him, able to turn it to the line. A lot of high hands defence being played by Bosnia and Herzegovina. Such is the nature of the sport, getting those hands in a good position, then ready to keep the ball in play. And now look at this, a 6-point lead for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They really have dealt with this Egypt team after that first set when it was quite close. They've managed to keep them at arm's length now and really start to pull away. 5 points due to the side out, but a side out again puts them 6 in front. Very difficult to see how Egypt are going to get back into this one.
SOLIMAN to serve at 7-12. Finds the gap through the defence. Basic now to serve at 13-7. Well, that one's gone long. Doesn't take a deflection, goes straight out of play. Medic will be disappointed with himself there. Great, MASSOUD is out. Back on, MOUSSA. Basic went for it, tried to dig himself out of trouble, but went straight out of court. So a timeout has been called.
Nice tip just over the top of the block away from the defender. MOUSSA takes the point for his team. Bosnia and Herzegovina called the timeout. hardest of spikes, 44 kilometers an hour, but effective nonetheless. You don't get 2 points for hitting the ball hard. You just got to make sure it either goes off the block and out or goes into court and can't be brought back. Well, that was put right into the heart of Egypt's defence, nobody wanting to play it. Easiest of points for Bosnia and Herzegovina. That was always going to be Abdellatif's. He should have played it, he knows it. So 16-9-second technical timeout reach. Bosnia and Herzegovina in control of this match.
To serve, 16-9. It's a big hit from number 9, MOUSSA, but went straight out. Didn't take the block.
A long hard look at that, always been given as in. Egypt looking at that ball as it went over them and they thought it had gone out over the baseline. The referee says it caught the baseline, so Bosnia and Herzegovina have the point and they've got a huge lead now. Any part of that ball has to catch any part of the line for it to be in. Disguise on that play by Abdelnaby. Set from Abdellatif, who's come in to replace number 14 ABOUELKHIR, who'd finished his serving run, so goes off. It's not classed as a substitution, it's just part of the play. The Libero can come on for one player on the back row. It's normally the middle blockers. In this instance it's number 14 ABOUELKHIR, and it'll also be Abdallah once he's finished his serving. Has gone back round to the back row, all of which has seen Egypt take a point because that ball was straight into the net by Bosnia and Herzegovina. In that sense, ABOUELYAZEID back to serve. And successfully. Important now that Bosnia and Herzegovina don't switch off. They've got a big lead. They're only 5 points away from a place in the final and a gold medal match. I imagine that's pretty much foremost in their minds. They certainly won't be taking anything for granted. Egypt, though, giving them points now. A freebie Unforced error. And a timeout called by Egypt.
Substituição na equipe da Bósnia, sai número 2, entra o número 1.
Substituting for Bosnia, coming out number 2, on the court number 1, GODINJAK.
So MANKO is out. GODINJAK has come in. Mr. Duran to serve. Well, serves not a great. He comes straight out now.
For Bosnia, coming out number 6, onto the court number 8, Shaaban.
Just giving a couple of other players the opportunity with a few points remaining to try and secure victory in this match.
A bit of hesitancy, easy for me to say, from Bosnia and Herzegovina as that ball came over. Not sure what part of the body to play with. And it's Egypt who take the point. So Keka comes in and out goes number 12, the captain, Sabry Deralic. That was an excellent cross-court shot from Bosnia and Herzegovina, who'd volleyed the ball up, then got back off the net to give himself a little bit of room so he could come in and open up that angle. Did it really well, didn't he? And now he gets to go back and serve. And that is a huge block for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They really are in total control now of this match, and Egypt know it.
Just 2 points away from victory. Best of 5 sets. First to 25 on each.
Well, the net touch, bottom part of the net, an incidental touch with a leg or a thigh didn't count, and it's block out from Egypt, so they're still in it. They are a long way behind.
Another timeout being called by Egypt. 14-23 down.
Well, that is most interesting because they just won the serve. They're going back to serve. They're in control. They have the ball, and they call the timeout. What cannot be said from the coach to the player that's going to go back to serve? That required a timeout.
So Abdallah is going to serve. Needs to make this one count if they want to have any chance of staying in this semi-final.
Well, he's done that. That's a really good serve. Right down the line. He's got no one in front of him to block the ball, so he can go hard with his serve. He's done it again. This time it's kept in play. Well, that'll be 2 touches against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Medic making a little bit of a mistake.
lot of lifting given against Bosnia and Herzegovina, so Egypt now picking up a few points. Abdalla's serve is proving to be quite effective. Mixing it up, cross court this time.
Oh dear, well there's going to be a timeout coming here from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They have one left. I don't think that the coach is going to let it go much longer, and indeed he hasn't. That's really sloppy play from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They think this is all over. The coach needs to remind them, which is going to, that it quite clearly isn't all over.
So Abdallah to serve again at 18-23. Well, that goes straight out. Does it take a deflection on the way?
That looked like a huge touch off the block, and Egypt were trying to pretend that it didn't touch anybody. SOLIMAN, having touched the ball, then took his hands out the way in typical fashion that you see from a footballer when they make a foul and go, "I didn't touch you."
Well, this brings the first of 6 match points now to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Can they close out in this third set?
Just have to wait a second because the referee, the Libero, needs to come in, and they could be careful. They have to be careful here. The coach has already had a yellow card. They could get themselves a red card and then lose the game by virtue of getting a card. The crowd getting behind Bosnia and Herzegovina. Unforced error from the serve, so Egypt's still in it. Only just still in it, mind. Side out required for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Well, that's in. That's good for Egypt. They're pulling this back 1 point at a time, and frustration is starting to tell from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're still on match point. 20 plays 24. Well, they've got it. Bosnia and Herzegovina, what an impressive performance. Very professional in their approach. They take the match by 3-0, finishing to progress now to the final, where they'll guarantee a medal. Is it going to be gold? Is it going to be silver? Well, that's it from this semi-final in the men's sitting volleyball from Rio 2016.
Well, confirmation of the final result. Bosnia and Herzegovina doing it in 3, 25-23, 16-20. As we've said, they are guaranteed a medal, the colour of which is yet to be decided. For Egypt, there is no guarantee of a medal. They will go through to fight it out for bronze. But for Bosnia and Herzegovina, they will go through to defend the title that they won in London 2012. Just too good in the end for Egypt. I'm sure the head coach then just apologising to the referees for his behaviour. As we have a look at how it was done. Ball out wide, off the block, out of play. Bosnia and Herzegovina through to the gold medal match. And then the celebrations could begin. So looking at the match statistics, 6 aces for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They made more digs. They were